There was an entourage of other vehicles following it as well.
You are now not going to be able to buy junk food in the UK.
Car.
Hit me, baby, one more time!
Easy, man. Slow your roll. Know a couple of people that could help you out. What the fuck?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another Bryce Is Right. I hope y'all have all had a great freaking weekend. Hope y'all are ready for the Halloween spirit, and I hope y'all are ready to dive down deep into some of the creepiest and freakiest videos I could find in the deepest, darkest corners of TikTok. And nah, these aren't your ordinary videos. They're gonna be blowing your mind, making your head spin, and having you question your reality. But of course, before we get started, let's go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on any future content, and leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Let us know what's up. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive right in, y'all. Let's get it.
You are now not going to be able to buy junk food in the UK. What is going on? I swear, this new regulation have come into place, and I guarantee you've not heard about it. So as of October 2025, in the UK, this is officially law. These plans have been in the headlines for quite a while, but they actually shut them all down because of the cost of living crisis, but apparently now's the right time. So there was the obesity bill that you've probably seen about, trying to help kids not consume unhealthy goods. Now, a lot of people are thinking this is a great idea, so let me know your thoughts. First of all, there is going to be a ban on advertising of less healthy food. Before 9 PM on night, you will not see any adverts for junk food, basically. On top of this, buy one, get one free deals in supermarkets and stuff on junk food are going to be banned. Don't know what this means for Tesco meal deals, but let me know. They are also banning the promotion of certain drinks in restaurants and cafes. And also, they are banning free refills. So, you know, like sometimes if you go into Nando's and you want to go back up and get another drink, that's not going to happen anymore.
Give me a liter of cola.
A what?
As I say, ministers argue that these restrictions are an extremely important step to tackle obesity, particularly in childhood. The government has also introduced a classification system to define what foods and drinks are actually classed as unhealthy. So let me know your thoughts. I'm sure a lot more is going to come out and I will keep you updated.
Why can't we do that in America, y'all? Come on. It's like you want to be almost like, hey, don't control what I do and don't do, but when someone runs it for the rest of us, you know, like we kind of are at no choice. But that is so awesome. Pretty cool.
Man, what's going on? They done built a whole wall. It's a city in here of trailers.
Yeah,
I'm looking for some stuff, man. I know there gotta be something in these trailers.
Excuse me.
They built a whole community inside here.
Yeah, it's scary.
About to snoop in here.
And finally tonight,
We built this city!
there. Now it's in your head too.
Those could easily be at home. Yeah. What if they did that? And I was thinking the other day, like, if you have salt water, does it take longer for it to boil? I would assume so, right? This dude about to turn his whole yard into venom. That's wild. He just made it one with the earth, or what? Doesn't seem like a good idea, Ken. Ken Venom. Okay, like that looks like a for real mermaid. We know it's probably a seal, but still.
Car.
That's hilarious.
What the? Is she
That's
drunk?
fucking hilarious. We have to move because of this bitch.
She just ran back off into the woods?
I thought I saw somebody as well. I think there's another person. Someone in red. She's on drugs. Yeah. Hard time. And she bent your roof.
That's creepy.
Was it a girl? Yeah, let's just go. Come on, we'll just off.
Yeah, that's one way of doing it.
I'll show you the video.
Child, I hit her. Zip tied her and said, hey, what's really going on? No? Hell no. It's too early for that shit. Dang. That's super creepy.
This woman is at a museum, but something strange happens. This lion taxidermist seems to be following the girl with its eyes. This even happens after the girl walks side by side in front of it a few times. Do you think this could be an optical illusion?
Whoa.
Excuse me, is this your garbage can right here?
Yes, yeah, it is.
You want me to bring it around for you?
Dude, that'd be great, thanks.
HOA policy says have them off the street after 8 hours. It's been 3 days.
Oh.
Think you gonna get away with it? Not up in here!
Not up in here!
Oh.
NASA has shut down its public feeds during the biggest moment yet for 3i Atlas, and UFO chats are going wild. Some say it's to hide proof the object's artificial, others think it's tied to generals meeting in Virginia or even to NASA's rumored asteroid nuking plan to protect the moon. Sounds like a sci-fi thriller, but here's what's actually happening. Yes, NASA is under a federal shutdown. More than 15,000 staff are furloughed. Public outreach and some live feeds are paused. That's the boring truth. But that doesn't mean 3i Atlas vanished. Ground-based observatories, the European Southern Observatory and independent astronomers are still tracking it. The James Webb and Hubble still run. They're just not pushing every frame to the public in real time. If you want to see updates, check the Minor Planet Center, the Virtual Telescope Project, or Big Astronomy blogs. They're already posting new images. So while the conspiracies are juicy, the more likely reason for the blackout is budget politics, not aliens. But it does make you wonder, if this really is the most mysterious interstellar visitor we've ever seen, why does the public feed go dark now? But more importantly, is this a mostly true alien story or not?
I mean, what more of a perfect time than for a government shutdown? I mean, makes you think they're starting to
Hello, clean up on all three. I think I came everywhere.
Hold up. Clean up on all three. You think you excuse me?
Back with another walkie-talkie prank. We're here at Target.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, everybody that is active right now, they all security personnel come for mandatory meeting.
Yo, was that him?
Looks like he really works there.
Yo. Julissa, I need you to come back in the break room. I'm trying to break that back.
But I know you're in the parking lot. I'm going to come out and look for you guys. Georgie, please close down line 5 if you can for me, please. Thank you.
Please don't close it. I'm almost fucking done helping the customer and shit.
Yeah, that was me. I spilled my cum.
I can't condone this. I'm so sorry. My God, what do I'm coming outside.
Yo, there's no fucking way, bro.
Line 7. Okay, pretty sure you mean aisle 7.
Shut the fuck up and don't close 7! Yeah, this is Alex.
Now, what is so damn funny?
I could have sworn you said meow.
Do I look like a cat to you, boy?
Do the people involved in the creation of AI believe that it's a spiritual entity, that it's more than a machine?
So this is Tucker, the $1 trillion question. They talk about creating artificial intelligence. The real question, the real thing we should be concerned about, are you creating an artificial intelligence or are you giving a body to a pre-existing intelligence that previously wasn't incarnated in the physical world? So, I mean, here's a quote from Turing. We shall not go any further into the nature of this oracle apart from saying that it cannot be a machine. What a lot of people are concerned about and what Silicon Valley is seemingly getting up to, okay, so a machine can't be aware of what it's doing. If there is such a thing as demons angels, spirits, as Aleister Crowley called them, disincarnate intelligences.
Disincarnate meaning intelligence without a physical body.
Yeah. Could we be creating a physical body for the demonic?
Maybe. Some refer to it as the same thing.
It's 8:55, but my microwave says it's ass o'clock.
That's what.
It's so hot, my mouth's on fire.
That kind of time.
This bitch empty. Yay!
Is that where the yeet came from? I still don't know. It's probably the first time I've ever said it. That's crazy. So we think fishes can breathe underwater, but really, it's can.
Hi, my dear friends. This is the camera, the Minox camera with which I photographed the alien bodies. I actually got this from the CIA to spy for them.
Prove it! What is this, at a gas
station? This is the day I met Dr. Werner von Braun. Here he's showing me a piece of a UFO.
There's a Keanu Reeves.
I actually got this gift from him, a Zeiss camera. And this is when he takes me out to the car park and we drive to a concrete building. And if you haven't seen the animated film, it's on my website, it's also on my X. This is from the animation. This is exactly what I saw. We went down there, I saw bodies, some were injured. Let me show you where I keep the negatives of the Minox.
This is going to be me one day.
We're going back 50 years.
Watch.
I believe this was actually Sigmund Freud's safe.
No.
To make sure nobody gets an eye and looks at them, I blanked out the crucial ones. There it is. Minox. I will not reveal them yet. You know why? Because I want this man to be the first to announce the revelation. No doubt he will take a group of journalists from all over the world into that space, into that refrigerated room. Maybe they've moved them elsewhere. They exist, and to those skeptics, you will eat your hearts out when we reveal the photographs.
Pull your heart out from like Dumb and Dumber. That looks like so much fun. Did they really do that? And where? Because you got people out here starving and you just throwing random cakes away. He looks skinny for having all that meat on that. What the hell is going on here? You got
Free Atlas has just been captured from Mars's surface, right? From the Perseverance rover mission on October 4th. And they captured this lightsaber tic-tac looking thing in the sky, mate. And it's sending people mental, bruv. Hence the tinfoil armour on my head. So this is on NASA's website. I'll leave the links down below so you guys can observe, right? So, the light bar looking type object, at the moment, the Perseverance rover does a long exposure shot. Now, if we get the mathematics about the whole object itself here, okay, during the long exposure, it kind of tracked the object and made it stretch out and appear as a light bar, right? Now it's about to get weird as fuck, bruv. Oh. UFOs around the world, Matt, the lovely Matthew, okay, has been observing some of the activity with this. So he observed Dobsonian Power on YouTube, watching this object in real time with his very, very powerful telescope he has at home, right? Now, Matt timestamped this video at the 1 hour 10 mark, right? And 3i Atlas parked over Mars, and it doesn't move. It's just hanging out over Mars. I don't know if it's a perception thing, the angle we're looking at it. I'm like we said, he probably thinks, and we think it's probably moved now, but it was parked over Mars. And NASA is down right now, still, not updating us about what's going on.
The government
so
shut down.
tinfoil hat time is in full swing.
Too coincidental.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Hawking rolling in, run two. Look at the spade building on that chair. He's locked in. Pump coming up the wall. Launching. 420 tailspin attempt. He loads it. Can't find the side.
Give me one more. Hell yeah.
It's so funny. AI is so cool. That is not real, by the way. He is okay. Well, y'all know what I mean. I would hate to have that in my house. Right, like the fact if you had a little bit of wind in there. I want to make a horror movie. You know? I think I'm about ready to try.
If you smell your own fart, does that mean your fart that left your body is now back inside your body?
Wait, what?
Isn't that concerning? Do teeth taste like nothing, or does your mouth just get used to the taste of teeth? When I lick my teeth, I don't taste anything. Isn't that concerning? How did the first people who invented the calendar know how long a year was? Did they just assume that a year is 12 months? What if it was 15 months? Isn't that concerning? What if we could breathe in space, but the government just keeps telling us that we can't, so we don't escape from Earth? Have you tried breathing in space?
I'm breathing in space
Isn't that concerning? Why is it that prisoners are given food and water, but homeless people are not?
Yo, I gotta point this out. Look at these water fountains. Why are the water fountains always attached to the bathrooms?
Because that's where the fucking water lines are. I swear y'all be getting on here asking stupid as shit. They're not gonna run water lines all the way across storage just for water fountains. That's where the water comes in at, for the toilets and the sinks. It's the same fucking water. Where'd you... I can't.
Mm-hmm. He's obviously sponsored by something. How long do y'all think it took to put all those together? It's like a Lego masterpiece, right?
We're under attack. This is an 81 Honda. How dare you?
It's pretty cool. What would y'all name that car, though? The MB? Mobby? Dude, that is awesome. Why did goldfish get stuck in there or what? Got people making cat houses and fish roller coasters. Get out of it.
So weird, matter of fact. It is as if you're looking at a different world behind it. So I've been researching a little bit more about lasers. In fact, it's firing about 16 quadrillion little tiny beams of light, and they're all lined up parallel. So that's the point of a laser, is that it's all firing in parallel. So then what you're seeing is tiny little specular light reflecting back. And so the specular light will reflect a sharp dot even if the lens is not focused. Now, whether or not it reveals the code is up to you, but it's pretty convincing when you look at it. I mean, it looks like a rift, and you can see right through it.
Morpheus? Psych! Yeah, If you've seen it, you know. If you don't,
bro, holidays in China are terrifying. The country is currently having their Golden Week national holiday spanning a massive 8 days. But when you have a light population of 1.4 billion and they're all trying to travel across the country to enjoy a vacation, boy, you get chaos. Bro, this has to be one of the craziest traffic jams I've seen in my life. How many lanes is even that? Oh, and that's just the people driving. Most people in China take trains, and because of that, their national railway saw a record-breaking 23.13 million trips in a single day. That has never happened before. That's like the entire population of Australia all getting on the train on the same day. And to make it even crazier, the Ministry of Transport are expecting to see a total of 2.36 billion passenger trips over this holiday period. Billion. And the thing is, China isn't even a stranger to this type of stuff, because in 2010, they experienced the worst traffic jam in history.
I'm no punk bitch. I ain't no punk bitch neither. I'm no punk bitch.
Lasted 12 days.
What? I was over here thinking like Disney World is bad. Like having to wait 3 hours in traffic just to get through, and then standing in line everywhere, bumping into people constantly.
Have you guys seen this video where the passenger on this plane is flying over Turkey and taking a video of the view and captures on camera what they think are people stranded on this island right here?
Uh-oh. That doesn't look like an island. It looks like a rock.
I'm here to tell you, those are not people, y'all. Look, this plane is some 20, 30,000 feet up in the air, okay? Even a zoomed in shot, those people have to be
30 feet tall.
Extremely tall, like lighthouse type height. Bam. Yeah. That's not people right there. That's something else. Are these giants? Are there giants living on an island off the coast of Turkey?
Wax on, wax off. Lady popped up out of nowhere. What?
Oh my gosh, I feel like a backpack.
Light work.
How are you even moving? I'm
That's
600
just warm-up
pounds.
weight.
I swear
I'm good, but I'm
thing-
suing.
AI is so weird. Okay, this is not AI.
Shit. Don't let him get on you, Billy. Ooh, God. Get in the wasps.
There.
Oh, my God. Literally.
Killed him.
Ow. Oh.
Yes!
This is bad? That shit is not cool. Wait.
At some point, after I'd gone into my tent for the night, in the early hours of the morning, they'd replaced the model that had been on the pole the night before with something different. This wasn't that thin triangle that I'd seen before. My tripod still had the night vision and spotting scope setup attached to it for my night viewing the night before, so I quickly grabbed my camera and shot handheld for the rest of this.
What is that? Is that a flying saucer? That's so weird. I thought that was an airplane blade.
Wow, it's hard to tell what that thing is at this distance, especially through all the heat haze, but it looks pretty crazy. They got it rotating on that pylon pretty fast, too. Well, the pole just kind of tilted back, so I'm thinking that means it's about to retract down below. Boy, I caught this thing just in time because I haven't been watching it here for very long. Yep, there it goes. They're starting to pull it back under, down into the prep chamber.
What is that?
Wow, it's so crazy to see it retract. As I was packing my things up, I noticed an interesting flatbed truck arrive. Presumably, this is what carried the airframe to and from the test chamber.
Man, that dude is working hard to get this story. That's all I know. Camping out in the desert.
Oh yeah, so we got this truck stopped and now it's backing down into the underground area. So the prep chamber door is out of view. Sure enough, after not too much time, the truck emerged from the underground entrance with the airframe or test article loaded on the back of it. There was an entourage of other vehicles following it as well.
Might it be some X-Men scene from Avengers Doomsday? So it's weird that it was up on that pole, right?
So after the truck left, I broke camp and headed back to my car, upon which I noticed apparently I made a new friend. This extremely sociable desert tortoise wandered into my camp area and kept following me around.
He's like, dude, get me the fuck out of here.
It's funny, I'd seen some signs mentioning desert tortoises in this area, but this is the first one I'd actually seen.
Take me home.
Evidently, one of the vehicles from inside the facility had exited the back gate and seemed to be taking a little bit more of an active interest in me, something I hadn't really seen before. Yeah, I just kind of parked on the road there, watching me. If I wanted to leave right now, he would have to move because that's like the one way out.
Blood. Sometimes it sets my teeth on edge.
The Cincy.
Other times
What
it
is
helps me
wrong with
control
you
the
people?
chaos.
That's so nasty. I'd be so mad.
Have a little smell of that. That's like strawberry. Don't spill it though.
Oh! 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 It took me nose out! Oh! It took me nose out! Oh, what is it?
You sent her into a whole new dimension.
Oh, God, I'm having a stroke!
Take a snap. Oh! You went deep, son! You went so deep. Here, give me that back before you hurt yourself.
Cow
You wanna go
money!
again?
Forward. Man. Just gonna break my pallets full. What does one of those things weigh, like 75 kg? Okay.
Hey, laser lips! Your mama was a snowblower.
Got that Kim Kardashian butt.
Phillips, who dropped off the edge to cover the best wide receiver on the field. Yeah, you see the great Jason Taylor sitting up there in the box.
From the Miami Dolphins.
Hit me, baby, one more time!
Why do girls need somebody to scream, sing like that? I'm like, no, I just want to hear the music. He said, I show Speed what's really up. Let it go. Get out of there. In and out.
Who is it? Daddy? That's Daddy?
Yeah, it's so funny when my daughter does that. I'm like, can I get to meet you? Oh, you're so nasty.
Is anyone out there willing to move into this castle permanently in Scotland? They pay you £75,000 a year to live there, but it comes with some major strings attached. One major string, I might say, and it's that you have to take care of these two swans that live in the moat roundabouts the castle. Those two swans spend almost majority of their times there. Their names are...
Excuse me! My name is...
Abigail and Durufud is what they named the male one. It's really hard to pronounce. But this castle was owned by a Sir William Fitzgerald, an ancient knight in Scotland, and he passed it down to his descendants, and he finally had one who was a little bit lazy, played a ton of Fortnite on the Switch, and he passed away without having any kids. He died of a fatality death, and when they opened the will, he had left the castle and all the possessions to the two swans. So they are the proper owners of everything you see here, even the 190 acres roundabouts it. And so if you live in the castle, your one job, make sure the swans are well fed, make sure that they're happy. If they want to come in the castle at night, you've got to let them in. But other than that, you can pretty much do whatever you want. But if you're curious about it or want to learn more, just shoot a comment and I'll try to get the info on it.
Would you keep alligators in that water? Because I would.
Didn't know this, but apparently there are a bunch of shipwrecks in the middle of cornfields in Kansas, buried like 50 feet below the ground. Of course, there's this one dude, treasure hunter, who's made it his life mission to excavate 19th century steamboat shipwrecks from Midwestern cornfields. Very niche. He uses old maps and a proton magnetometer to figure out its probable location. In 1988, Holly, this treasure hunter, uncovered a steamboat called Great White Arabia that sank in 1856. He found it 45 feet beneath the ground, and there was 200 tons of treasure, pre-war artifacts. Of course, there's no water damage because it's in a cornfield, so it's in pristine condition. Even the food was still edible. This looks like celery sticks. But apparently over 400 boats have sunk in the Missouri River. And you're probably like, that's so weird. How does a boat that's sunk in a river end up in a cornfield? Well, funny you bring that up, because in the 19th century, the Army Corps of Engineers tried to forcibly alter the river. They tried to make it more narrow, bring the banks in so that boats would move faster through it by speeding up the current. So when Arabia sank, hitting like a snag in the bend, it was fossilized not in the river, but decades later, it was like pushed into the cornfield. Today, they've located another steamboat, Steamboat Malta. Here's where it's located. It's called Malta Bend because they knew that Steamboat Malta sunk there in 1841, hit a tree, but it will cost like $3 million to dig it up. They're just planning on digging it up, but they need space first for where to put all these artifacts from it. It requires a lot of resources and timing, because if it floods, you know, all that treasure is in jeopardy.
Yeah, it is very niche. Now it's really
Right here. There it is. Don't need no pizza.
Sounding good.
Oh man, you think he's just practicing, maybe?
Only 1% of people have this mark on their palm. It's called the Eye of God. If you've got it, you're highly intuitive, creative, and drawn to life's mysteries.
Do y'all have that?
Some even say it connects you to a spiritual path.
We probably all had it.
Oh, babe, look at it. Oh, bro, what the fuck is that?
Hell?
A giant stingray?
Is that an island?
So much kelp.
Seaweed.
Yeah.
In one spot, though?
That's the biggest I've ever seen in my life.
Joined together.
They joined together?
You'll see it when we go through it.
A bacalajito?
I think it's caught up down here.
Oh my god. Ew, it looks nasty though. Thank you.
That's so weird. I have never seen that on a cruise.
Ew, one dirty.
Yeah? Nah, this is
That's when you go like this, go. I just came.
That is offensive. Brennan, Dale.
Please shut up. Please shut up!
You ever wondered why Scotland looks like that? What do you mean, what am I talking about? The giant line that runs through the middle of it? You've never looked at that and thought, that's a little weird. Well, that weird giant line is called the Great Glen. It's a valley that runs from coast to coast completely against the grain of all the other hills and mountains. The base of it has a series of these long freshwater lakes, including Loch Ness. They're all in a perfectly straight line and both look and are oriented differently than all the other lakes in the area. Take a moment to absorb the beauty. Alright, now let's talk about why it exists. This strange valley is the ghost of an ancient fault line, now creatively referred to as the Great Glen Fault. We're talking like 300 million years ago when the collision of Pangaea created the Appalachian Mountains. When all this ripped apart again, it caused some issues, including the Great Glen Fault, a strike-slip fault where both pieces of crust are moving in opposite directions to each other. This fault is so old that there's actually pieces of it that exist in northern Canada as well. It has become inactive with the opening of the Atlantic Ocean. And during the last ice age, glaciers scoured this fractured rock, creating this strange valley. If you like weird things like this, sauce me a follow.
Sauce me a follow. It's interesting. I thought there was going to be something cooler, but... Man. Pretty neat. I like it.
Bird up.
What is going on here? About to open a real portal. About to go back in time with the Ninja Turtles. Sheesh. Pretty sure that's how they did it.
Now remember, Diamond Days Ninja School is the home for all your ninja needs and accessories. We've always got the latest and cutting-edge trailer park technology.
Crystal Lake. Ooh. He thinks he's funny, huh? It's like I'm gonna make it look like I'm throwing up endlessly. Damn tigers.
Here we go. Stephen Hawking dropping in on the
Round
giant
two.
vert ramp.
I mean, round
Picking
two.
up speed, rolling smooth, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10. Unreal.
Old school.
He was like...
Don't you give me those eyes. You dragged this mess all over my path, and you know better. Look at it. You think it's yours? No, sir. We keep the lid on the can. We mind our manners. Sit. Good. Now you're going to walk yourself right back out that...
This lady.
Talk about this earthquake that could destroy all of California. We're calling it the big one. But they're saying the cascading subjection zone, and they said it's about to go off.
Really?
But they're saying that when it goes off, it will be a 9.0 or higher.
Oh my gosh.
It's 4 minutes of continuous shaking.
Dude, that's just destroying a whole city.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. In 1994, the LA earthquake that happened, that was a 6.7 magnitude, but it caused over $50 billion in damage. It destroyed LA.
Dude, a 9.0 that's thousands of deaths.
Animals would be able to pick up on it 90 seconds before it happened.
Cool.
So they're saying all along the West Coast, and we're talking about massive tsunamis because it's in the ocean. People along the West Coast, they would have about 10 to 30 minutes to reach higher elevation before this giant wall of water just came.
That's so terrifying.
So everyone on the West Coast,
we're so sorry.
They're saying the one plate, instead of it like getting bound up, it's literally folding over on itself.
Oh,
It'll just be like a big pow.
Oh my gosh.
So it's literally just like building all this tension.
That's called potential energy, and then when it moves, it's kinetic.
Yeah, I mean... That's awesome. Man, that just landed in their freaking farm or what? Okay.
Ma'am, I need you to step back from the animal. You realize it's against the ordinance to feed wildlife like this?
He's not just wildlife, officer. That's Benny. He's been coming by for 8 winters. I look after him.
It's still dangerous. That bear could hurt you or something.
Hey, Ron! I'm riding a furry tractor!
No way that cop would be standing that close.
Oh my gosh, he's actually gonna jump.
No way.
Buddy, don't you dare. Oh, he's on. Left flip, stick it, yes, let's go. That was insane. Good boy, dude.
Every time you're losing years off your life.
Wow.
And so for the tantrics, years off their life.
Do you know what are good LED modules? This is a facelit light box.
New video capturing the moment a Delta regional jet, 2 of them, crashed into one another. It happened on Wednesday on the tarmac at New York's LaGuardia Airport. The wing completely torn off one of the jets, extensive damage to the windshield and the nose of the other plane. 93 people on board both aircraft at the time of the collision. 1 flight attendant hurt. Very lucky. It's only that.
Wow. Still having problems.
Watch it. Watch it. Bye. Goodbye.
There's a skeleton inside the human body that we cannot see, but we can control using this guy. And it was so complex that the ancient Egyptians and Tibetans created an entire culture and science around decoding it. So where do we get it? Plants. For example, if a leaf gets cut, then plants can signal to other plants there is imminent danger. Special type of plasma photography can be used to recreate the electric skeleton of the cut leaf. It's called the phantom leaf effect. Every time a cell divides, regions of high energy plasma form around that split boundary, an indicator something is alive, and humans have this skeleton too, which has been used to detect the earliest stages of cancer. How does it work? Each cell has a voltage. Scaffolding in the cell called microtubules can tell the voltage across all the different parts. This tells proteins where to go. These define the cell's geometry the same way your phone defines my geometry. These are the tubes, and you'll notice they connect to other cells. Those tubes are exactly what you see when a cell divides and pulls itself apart into 2 pieces. When it does that, it creates something called a gap junction. That way the cell can share energy and matter and information. Using a special dye, you can get these channels to light up. Shifts in the membrane voltage will determine if a cell splits or stays doing cell stuff. But how does one cell know where to put itself to grow into an entire organism's form? How does this cell here know it needs to grow a root thing here? Well, it appears that is not in the organism itself. The final form may be stored outside of the organism. Dr. Michael Levin is a Harvard professor, and he works with these planarian flatworms. If you cut them, all the pieces grow into a new worm. By adjusting the voltage on those gaps we just talked about, he was able to grow a worm with 2 heads, and one with 2 tails, and one with a head on its side, and a tadpole with an eye on its tail, and a frog with another arm. If we crack the code to the human skeleton, we could regrow limbs or repair organs internally ourselves. We're looking at a liquid light skeleton that's absolutely real. Biophotons are the blueprint, bioplasma builds it. If you were from ancient Tibet, you would call this the rainbow light body. If you were from ancient Egypt, you'd call it the Merkaba. So if plants can maintain this skeleton, can we? Is our form that we grew still present if we die? Where does the energy come from that plugs us into this vehicle? Well, I'm going to have to make a part 2 for that because of the attention span thing.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm tripping, but wee-wee massage?
Hidden in plain sight.
We don't know how consciousness exists separate from the brain, but my dumb little theory is that that the brain, rather than being a transmitter of consciousness, rather than being the originator of consciousness, it's simply the brain is like a receiver. You know, kind of like our brain is effectively picking up the signal of our soul. You know, and so then if you take this analogy like a step further, then you know, you imagine like a radio picking up a signal. You know, you can take a sledgehammer, you can destroy the radio to no end, absolutely obliterate it, but you've done nothing to affect the signal that brain was receiving. So if you follow that analogy, then it kind of makes sense that we could have the death of our body, but have consciousness separate from the body. And I
just
think
like
that
floating through the ether. Why does the temperature change every single day when it's literally the same sun? Isn't that concerning?
Maybe we do have that much of an effect on the environment and ozone. Do we even still call it the ozone?
You do not need DMT. Just any old laser. Check this out.
Uh-oh.
I've been shining lasers on all sorts of things. And guess what? It works on everything. Check it out. So the camera, look. Here. The lens is blurry. Okay? But watch. I'm going to focus on I'm just going to move it to the laser. See that? It's not blurry. You see that? Can you see the grains? But the camera is right on the bag. The camera is right on the bag. If you put your eyeball like right up to the laser where it hits, you can see exactly what I'm talking about, what that lens sees. Check it out.
I've not hit.
Some neuroscientists believe that they now know where consciousness lives in the brain. We may actually be able to finally tell which animals are conscious or not. We'll talk about it. Consciousness is a long debated topic. It is the perception of self, and it's very hard to pin down exactly what it is. You know, at least I hope you know, that you're in your head observing things, but you got a whole brain that does different stuff. Where is consciousness coming from? Until recently, researchers have believed that it is the white matter in the brain. Until recently, researchers have believed that it was the newly evolved portions of the brain, the cortex, the stuff on the outside. Think white matter. After all, the inner part of the brain, that's more primitive, and it takes care of your body, it keeps your heart beating. It makes you afraid of things, in amygdala. However, studies of people that had large portions of their brains missing were still experiencing something akin to consciousness. In situations where the cortex was wholly missing, yes, somebody would be in a vegetative state, although if there is even the smallest bit left, caregivers would describe there being play behaviors. If the entire cortex was missing, yes, somebody would be in a fully vegetative state, but as long as there was some little piece of it left, yes, people would display behaviors that would suggest being conscious. This was suspected because caregivers would be able to describe when a child was having an absent seizure, for example. So they are at a lowered state of consciousness. And similar studies were found in animals that are not all that ethical. So one new hypothesis is that it is the inner parts of the brain. So the subcortex. The core part of your brain, that's the one that is the most ancient, but then it is refined by the cortex. So rather than it being one or the other or one single spot, it is a combination of the two. And that does make logical sense. You would need to have the basal layers of your brain in order to function, sure, and then we would probably see higher levels of function in animals that have the more developed cortex. This would also tell us that all animals are conscious to some degree. They got a brain, they are at least somewhat conscious. Not all animals have a brain. This does have some pretty interesting...
Okay, achievement unlocked.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
Now we apply together the two strands
And now we have some yarn.
Okay, calm down, Edgina.
Whoever you decide to give your hair hat to, I know they're gonna love it.
Alright, you know when I bought those shoes off the dark web? Or I guess technically rented those shoes off the dark web. I think I recently learned why it was a rental and not a purchase. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, basically I found this site that was selling shoes on the dark web, but when I went to buy them, it gave me a duration for how long I was going to have them. And there have been a lot of people with different theories about why this might be, that maybe the guy was going to like track me down and take them back. But I actually don't think it's that, hopefully. Now, if you were following me when I was posting all these videos, you know that when I got the shoes, they actually had a tracker in them. Now, I didn't know they had a tracker in them, so I brought them from the P.O. box where I ordered them to my house. And then later, I got a package to my house. So I think I was being tracked. Now, after a bunch of other crazy stuff happened in that series that I'm not going to get into now, I learned that there are actually laws that protect people from being tracked without their consent. However, a company or a person is allowed to track their own property when they rent it out to other people in order to protect it in case it goes missing or is stolen. So I actually think that rental period or duration was just so the person selling me the shoes could protect themselves legally when putting a tracker in that property that they sent me, which hopefully means that nothing will happen a year from the date I bought them, but I guess we'll find out.
I'll keep you updated. That's cool.
I named him after his daddy.
You got a daddy
named Forrest too?
Forrest Whitaker?
Watching the Ed Gein show.
They lost their fucking minds! Yeah. I'm the king of secrets, Tom.
You're his daddy, Forrest.
I'm in love with Jenny.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir. Fuck you, bitch!
What? This is gonna cause some people some problems. He's holding his breath. I mean, he's like probably about 50 meters deep. Or maybe 30 going to 50. I can't remember. I think that's when it starts fading. It's got me wanting to breathe for him, man. See, I don't mind that. I think that'd be fun, but it would almost like be in space, or be like being in space.
Am I the only one who thinks that it's weird that we went from this?
I forgive him.
To now this?
Nothing is changing, but I want to preface, we're not awkward. We're not like weird.
It's just like a reptilian,
We're
huh?
not going to be tweeting as if it's him. That's tone deaf and really disturbing. And anyone who does that's like morbidly off.
Hey, we're going to be doing about 5 more episodes a week now. So just tell the team and make sure that happens.
3 hours of this, 2 more hours of podcasting.
I don't know about you, but to me, it sure doesn't seem like she's a grieving widow. I mean, I've known grieving widows in the past, and I mean, they wouldn't come out of the house for weeks, let alone do a podcast within a few days of their husband's funeral. Not to mention the fact that was an RNC convention. It was not a funeral. You don't have pyrotechnics and bands and all this stuff. And, it's pretty crazy, but it really, listen, I'm trying my hardest not to attack this woman in any kind of way. I mean, she lost her husband. But this doesn't feel normal. This is not a normal reaction. And maybe it's the MAGA-verse. Maybe in MAGA-verse there is no normalcy. Maybe death is just something that they love. I mean, people have called them a death cult and stuff. But I don't know, guys. How do you feel about this? Because it really feels strange to me. Drop your comments down below. Let me...
Well, I mean, for one, if they were super religious, then they believe and have what's called faith. And then everybody grieves differently. I've seen people that are grieving one way. Doctors put them on a medication and they're numb for months at a time and don't start to process it until way later. And that's so unfair to them. But it just is what it is. I don't think we should go around trying to point this, that, or the other. Like, come on. Like, what does it matter? Like, I mean, but that's kind of what this is about, right? We like to question everything.
You know, if I'm just not, maybe I'm crazy or am I not the only one feeling this? Also, check us out on our Substack, link is in the bio.
A lot of people are talking about this right now. I don't really care to talk about politics.
You're better hook my fucking. Oh my god.
So I got pulled up on the board. I saw the clam in front of me. So what you do? So I started flopping towards
No,
it.
you did not.
Yes, I did. This guy's a piranha. He's trying to eat the meat. I'm trying to eat the meat,
That's
baby.
my dog. Me and him would have a blast. I don't know who that is, but I like him.
Here's a stunning view from inside the Prohodna Cave in Bulgaria, also known as the Eyes of God Cave. Those natural openings in the cave's ceiling create an almost eerie, yet mesmerizing effect, especially when the moonlight shines through. It's easy to see why this spot got its nickname. Standing inside feels like you're being watched by some ancient mystical force. In rainy weather, water flows from the corners of the peculiar eyes, giving the impression that the cave is crying.
That's pretty cool. I like that one. Y'all ready?
What? Oh, what up, man? You getting on? Oh, okay. You want me to come in? You sure?
Yeah, the green beans on.
All right, side
You see
quest.
the
Side quest. What's up, man?
Super Saiyan on my feet.
Again in the city? Yes, sir. Every day. Are you trying to do a song in here? You want it? What are you feeling?
I don't know. You started off, man. As long as we singing some fire shit, man, I'm with it, bro.
All right, that sounds good.
Ooh, I like those chords.
Fell in love on a Sunday. How you feeling today? I think she like that douce with that lemonade.
You don't really know a chubby nigga with a flow. I promise you I got a status and a quote. Ooh, ooh, just wait. You can take your time anyway. I'm trying to get used to you. I'm trying to get used to you. Yo, baby, tell me what's up. Yo, can we just fall in love? Yeah, fell in love, baby. On a Sunday, fell in love on a Sunday. Tryna get used to you, yeah, when we in the room. She told me that she really got my back. Hold on, baby, don't you hold back. I met her at Sweet Chick, but then she waited on Friday till I got paid.
I love how every restaurant has one of these people. Yeah, I did 10 years of restaurants. What's up? Hey, what's up, y'all? Thank y'all so freaking much for everything y'all do. Thank you for, like I said, thank you for watching another episode of Bryce is Right. I want to thank you. Hope y'all are having a great freaking month so far. Hopefully that weather isn't too crazy. Hopefully y'all are enjoying it most places. If not, let us know in the comments. Let us know what we can do to help. Sorry, man. Allergies in Texas are freaking. They're destroying me right now. I've really never had allergies this bad, but they're developing like crazy. Thank you, Homage, once again. Please check out their gear, their shirts, sweatpants, shorts, hats look great. I don't have a hat. I do have a sweater. I'll show y'all coming up soon when it gets a little bit more chilly. But yeah, other than that, y'all know what to do. Go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on any future content. And leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Let us know what's up. Other than that, let's go ahead and yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Alright, y'all. Peace.
Don't spit in that cop's burger.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool.